Ladies, gentlemen, Barry Buttons, welcome to Video Gaiden. It's finally the 2nd of December, a very special and much anticipated day in the gaming calendar. That's right, it's my mammy's birthday. Love you, Ma.
This week we've been playing Prince of Persia, the Two Thrones and The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. What have you lot been doing? Eating all the pies, I bet?
Here, something else special happened today gaming-wise.
Don't think so.
Nah. Gaiden. When I was a hyper-intelligent fat child, I thought that the Chronicles of Narnia were stories for the snobby kids, for the upper-class laddie-dads, the English. When I finally read the stories as a hyper-intelligent slim adult, I realised that these were some of the best books ever written, certainly the best children's novels ever written, and this is a review of the game, of the movie. Come on, children, further up and further in. Traveller's Tales have come up with quite a sophisticated little adventure game here. You're going to find yourself switching between characters on the fly, solving little puzzles and coming up with the very best strategies to keep the boggles away from Mr. Beaver. Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it, readers? See, when you consider that this game was made for kids, it's quite an achievement that it's got a hemorrhoidal old duffer like myself leaping up and down on the couch in excitement because I'm kicking the shit out of some dwarfs. Look, I don't care how tight the BBC are with the crankies, right? I can't stand dwarfs. It's always the evil ones you fall in love with, isn't it? You know, playing Narnia, I got the sense that it's primarily a two-player game, which is a good thing. There's a definite emphasis on teamwork. There's an overriding message of look after your brother and sister. You know, and that's a far better message than grow up, become a gangster and shoot a lot of Jamaicans, I'm sure you'll agree. If you're getting a present for a child this Christmas, if they've got a brother and sister to play with, it's going to be a treat. If it's an only child, it's going to be a lot harder for them, which will make a change for the spoilt little shites, won't it? Cheers, darling. Nippy in there. C.S. Lewis was a great man. I can't help but wonder what old Jack would have made of a video game based on his work. I think he would have liked it. I think he would have liked the fact this game's telling you games don't have to be all about competing or about beating the guy sitting beside you. They can be about uniting, communicating and battling through together. So, if you have a child, or were one once, this is essential. Gaiden. Star Control 2. Is there a better sci-fi game than that? Bartering with all the aliens, never knowing if you're getting a good deal, their big ugly faces, can't understand them. It's like curb crawling in Aberdeen.
Hover Bother, the Jeff Minter classic about mowing your lawn. Wouldn't see a game like that nowadays. Don't see Rockstar North picking out a game about gardening, do you? There'll be some cracking holes in it though if they did.
Battlefield Special Forces, zip lines, Ryan, zip lines. Need I say more?
Oh, here we go, you in Battlefield again. It's just a first-person shooter, you need to get a grip of yourself.
No, it's like war, Ryan, real war, real war. Real war with zip lines, mate.
Really? You're joking? It's got zip lines in it. Do the zip lines take as long to load as everything else in the game?
Look, some things are worth waiting for, and this is a brilliant expansion pack. Go ask me why it's brilliant.
Why is it brilliant, Robert?
Zip lines. Whee! Zip lines!
Now we can go over to our games correspondent Barry Inoki, who's on the streets of Cardiff live. Barry, what are you up to?
Storing here like a spare arse waiting for a midnight launch of the 360, ain't I? But it looks a belter, doesn't it? A pure minter, a pure Jeff Minter, man. But it's past 12 o'clock and the door of the game shop still no opened, eh? What's that about? 3 words for you, mate. Pure psycho mantis.
Barry, you do realise the midnight launch was last night?
You're pulling my plonker.
No, midnight launch, midnight Thursday for Friday.
Oh, I can't believe this, man. I was wondering why I was the only guy standing in the queue. I thought they were all just too scared to get close to a guy for the Glasgow, man. I thought they could smell the stabbings off me, no. I said, man, I'm going psycho mantis. I'm going to stick my head through the window and just go on and take a 360 and see if there's none left. That manager's going to be standing in his pre-owned dial tomorrow, wondering why there's a big pre-owned jobby sitting on his shelf, man.
Thanks for that, Barry.
Gaiden.
Genji. It's a real looker, this game, eh, Ryan, son?
Aye, it's very nice.
It is, it's very nice. Very boring, though. There's your sword play and your hammer play, but it's all a bit pedestrian.
Oh, look, you're ruining it now. It's like that Bajing guy, or is it?
Nah, it's not as exciting as your Bajing guy, and Genji's not as ball-crushingly hard as your Ninja Gaiden. Sorry, Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, wait a minute. I've just had a thought. Where's the wee dog?
That's Benji, Ryan. Benji. Oh, you.
Oh, me.
Gaiden.
I've got a shocking confession to make. Know this is self-explanatory. I haven't played any of the recent Prince of Persia games. The 1989 original is a classic, so why chance the remake disappointment? Because it's Ubisoft. Fair point.
This thing was once a man. He was there when Kylina died.
Even if you haven't played a Prince of Persia game in 16 years, you still won't feel left out with the latest one, The Two Thrones. The story summarises well from the start and you get small snippets of plot as you move along, which feels quite natural. The prince returns home to find his city in ruins and, I'll try and avoid spoilers, the Sands of Time are released, which creates the backbone for the tale. The game plays well. Stylish acrobatics and special powers are well integrated, but the release of this sand throws a bit of a spanner in the works because it transforms the prince half monster, which I don't like. The idea's just a bit tired, and it's no plus that when you get to control this dark prince, the game's less enjoyable. Combat isn't as fluent, and you don't have time to explore areas because your health bar's constantly dropping. Jordan Mechner's graceful prince seems to have had some Botox done or something because I don't remember him ever looking this good. We don't want to be seen talking about graphics, but this is visually impressive, and not just at first glance. It's one of those games that gives you wee stunning moments every now and again, like a barmaid flashing her cleavage at you just to make sure that you don't leave until you're completely steaming. I hate that.
Are you sure you can control this thing?
On the whole though, this is a very tightly constructed game. The chariot racing seems a little unnecessary. The boss battles have a kind of old school feel to them, by which I mean they're a pain in the arse sometimes. But the main body of it is solid, an enjoyable, occasionally taxing platform. So it's really good. I could have done with more complex level designs, a bit more of a puzzle aspect, but you know what gamers are like, they're idiots.
This week we join Legend as he records his new rap album, Nothing But a B Button.
If you want to stay alive and survive in 05, you best turn on your Sega Mega Drive. Attack in Iraq only in Desert Strike. George W.'s a bitch and his wife is a dyke.
Legend, have you given any more thought to the video concept?
Yeah, baby, you know, Legend represents for all the video game sportsmen and women out there. Legend represents for all those online athletes. So that's my concept. It's going to be Legend in a wrestling singlet. His famous hat on his head. Lisa Simpson 45 is arch nemesis in the other corner. They're facing off. And all these hot chicks are going to be there too. Cindy Crawford's going to be there, you know, when she was young. And you're going to be there too, but a little bit more naked than this, I think. And you know, we all going to climb in the ring. We're all going to get oiled up. We're going to be wrestling. Representing video games, I'll never forget. That's a video, baby. Now sit down, let me tell you something. Now back in Milwaukee, we didn't have no video players. We didn't have no movie theaters. No. My daddy, he used to bring the movies home. That's how much he loved me. He used to act those movies out. And one time I want to see Jaws so bad, my daddy came in one day, he said, I got your Jaws right here, Legend. And he took me around the back. And there was this copper bathtub. And there was this shaven deer lying in the bathtub struggling. And my daddy started making his noise. And he taking his clothes off. And he was covering himself in gray paint. Like a shark. And then bang, he was in the bathtub. And he was tearing, he was biting and tearing with his own teeth, tearing that deer apart, and the deer was screaming, help me! And it was down, red water, blood billowing. I tell you, that was the most exciting and exhilarating and terrifying experience of my life. Whew! That's Steven Spielberg. He's one hell of a director. Let's turn it around one more time, baby boy. Yeah.
Gaiden.